edition. It's already online. And there's a one-pager from Jason about what he did and why. A one-pager from his twin brother, Jaron, who's married to one of Chelsea's best friends. And a one-page article from a journalist for Sports Illustrated. And there's 3 pages of the best, most compelling, most direct writing I have ever read. So I am grateful to my daughter for 1,000 things, but especially for dragging me kicking and screaming into the 21st century world.
From Eleanor Peters, you both had the chance to meet with thought leaders from around the world. If you could meet with any person, living or dead, who would it be? Oh, I have to go first? Gosh. Well, I guess Eleanor, because your first name is Eleanor. I would have loved to have met Eleanor Roosevelt. I would have loved to have helped, in any way I could, with all the work she did to create the United Nations, to create the UN Charter of Human Rights, which we're still trying to live up to today. She was a great champion of actually young people stepping into the arena, a phrase made famous by another Roosevelt. She wrote a weekly column, and she frequently devoted that column to examples of young people who were making a difference, either through PTAs or young people, including particularly young women who were running for office, an almost unheard of adventure in the 1930s, but one that she worked really hard in a weekly, quiet, but very deliberate way to highlight and push forward. She, in many ways, was doing what I said, I think we all have a responsibility who are blessed to have a platform to do, of highlighting people who were empowering themselves and making a difference.
I would love to have had a meal with and spent a few days with Gandhi. He was, in some ways, a stunningly modern person. He tried to create an India that would be there for the Hindus and the Muslims and the Jains and the Sikhs and the not inconsiderable then number of Jews who were there and others. And he, probably because he had a nonviolent way of trying to throw the British out, didn't wake up in the morning mad at anybody because of who they were. And one of the biggest challenges in the world today is because of the interdependent nature of the world, we're all being thrown together in ways that challenge our identity all the time. And we're going to have to learn how to have an identity that we're proud of, and a heritage that we value, and a lifestyle that we choose that doesn't necessarily have negative reference to everybody that's different from us. And if you really think about all these fights that are going on in America, if you look at the article today in the press about the prospect of a new civil war in Iraq, if you look at why our buddy Jason's story is a big story, if you look at all this stuff, there's this whole identity thing going on. We know from the human genome that we're 99.5% the same genomically.
Yes, that's true.
Every non-age related difference you can see is rooted in 0.5% of your genome, including gender. And yet we all spend 99.5% of our time thinking about that 0.5%. Right?
Yes.
Now, it's important, that 0.5%. The variance of not very much gave Albert Einstein the biggest brain anybody's ever literally toted around. But Gandhi got that. And if you read his autobiography, the story of my experiments with the truth, how he was trying to get to the truth, and he realized that even someone who paid the severe price he did would never have it all. That it was a journey, not a possession. I wish I could spend some time with him.